This is the lecture on the basics of Markdown. So Markdown is just a text file that's formatted in a very specific and simple way that sites like GitHub and also R and RStudio can recognize and can be used to do a lot of different things. You'll learn a lot more about Markdown in later courses, for example, in the reproducible research course. But for the purposes of being able to deal with GitHub, this is also, I'm just going to give you really the basics right now on Markdown. So the first thing that you want to be able to do is, so it's just a text file that you're editing, and the extension for the text file is .md. So you're going to create a file that's, for example, readme.md, and that's a Markdown file. The first thing that you're going to do is create headings. So for example, if you do the double pound like this, followed by some text, it will create a heading for a secondary heading. So what will happen is if you upload a .md file, say for example to GitHub, if you use 2 pound signs and then followed by some text, you'll end up seeing that gets interpreted by GitHub as a heading, so slightly larger, more bold text. You can also create smaller headings by using a triple triple pound sign there, and then typing this is a tertiary heading, and you'll see that GitHub interprets that as a slightly smaller heading size. The other thing that you can do with Markdown, in addition to typing just plain paragraphs, is that you can create lists very easily. So for example, if you type the star and then you type first item in the list, asterisk, second item in the list, and so forth, you'll get an unordered list. In other words, a list with dots starting at the beginning, nicely formatted by GitHub. And so those are the two basic things that you need to know right now. You can use headings and you can use lists to sort of organize your file, and then you can just type plain paragraphs as well. If you want to know a lot more about Markdown, you can try out this link right here. Or if once you've installed R and RStudio, you can actually click the button. There's an MD button right in the middle of the screen that if you click on that, then you'll get a quick guide to Markdown. And so you don't need R Markdown or any of the more technical details until you get to reproducible research, but this will be useful in terms of putting stuff into your first few directories on GitHub.